Hello everyone, I want to talk a little bit about a couple of relatively new things from Kyosho that I found interesting and I thought I'd share with all of you. The first being the Kyosho Ride-On 4D experience. This unique machine was shown a couple weeks ago at the 57th All Japan Model Hobby Show. The Kyosho Ride-On allows the user to control an RC vehicle or drone using a racing wheel and pedals instead of a conventional controller. You also drive using a first-person view with Kyosho's new compact 2.4 Gigahertz Fpv system displayed through either a front-mounted monitor or FPV headset. To make the experience even more immersive, a sensor is added to the vehicle to capture movement, which causes the Ride-On 4D to move in a way that replicates the vehicle's motion. Sound is also added to complete the 4D experience. So I thought this was a really interesting piece of tech. It reminds me a lot of a racing simulator setup, but obviously used to control a physical vehicle. I've never seen anything like this before, at least in the world of RC, and although the full Ride-On 4D experience isn't practical for a consumer, a lot of the unique tech used in the machine would be great to see made available for purchase. One element that will soon be made available is the 2.4 GHz Fpv system, which is scheduled to be released next month. According to Kyosho, the system is light, compact, and can be used on both surface vehicles and aircraft. The camera's resolution is 480 by 272, which seems reasonable given the size. The 4.3-inch Kyosho Onboard Monitor features a micro SD card slot and allows for easy video recording and snapshots, as well as an AV output terminal. You can mount the monitor to a tripod or similar mount using the threaded hole on the bottom, or the provided mount compatible with Kyosho KT231+, KT331P, and KT531P transmitters. I'll be sure to include a link in the description to Kyosho's website, which has more information and specs. As you might know, I'm a big fan of FPV drones, and more recently I've been experimenting with some FPV systems mounted on surface vehicles. I think having a first-person view really adds to the driving experience, and I think more people will be adding FPV systems to their vehicles in the future. If priced right and of decent quality, I think the Kyosho FPV system could be a decent option for those looking to easily incorporate an FPV system into their vehicle, especially if space is at a premium and larger, heavier cameras cannot be practically fitted. One element of the Ride-On that I think would be nice to have made available is the ability to use a standard video game racing wheel like the Logitech G29 they used, to be able to control an RC vehicle. It is possible to do this with a bit of programming, but having a quick plug-and-play setup would be pretty epic, especially if you could have it connected to the onboard motion sensor, which with the right programming should allow for force feedback to be implemented. But one question I still have, and probably some of you do as well, is what's next for the Kyosho Ride-On 4D experience? I'm sure the system took some significant time, money, and effort to develop. Was it all just for one show? Is Kyosho going to display this at another event? Is this a testbed for future products from Kyosho? Although I can't imagine there's much of a market, is this something Kyosho is planning on manufacturing and selling? I don't know the answer to any of these questions, and I couldn't find any information from Kyosho that states what they plan on doing next. Apparently, they did set it up for a weekend at the Kyosho Village for the public to try out, but beyond that, I'm not sure what the future is for it. It would be cool to see a racing series formed where all the drivers use identical Kyosho Ride-On pods to drive, something like a drone racing league or esports racing kind of setup. It would at least make traditional RC racing a bit more interesting. But regardless of what happens, I think it's great to see both individuals and larger companies experimenting and building unique things like this. So what do you think of the Ride-On 4D experience? Would you try it? Do you think they built this solely as a short-use promotional piece, or do you think there is more to it? And what do you think about FPV on land vehicles or just FPV in general? Have you tried it? Do you think it adds to the experience? Let me know in the comments section below. And also, if you have additional information about the Ride-On 4D or the FPV system, please leave a comment below. I did my best to research and get all the information I could, but most of the articles were in Japanese and some information could have been lost or mistaken during the translation. Also, before I end this, I recently uploaded a new build video a few days ago. If you missed that and would like to see it, I've included a link to it in the description. Thank you all for watching, and I hope you have a great day.